What is bankruptcy doing for people who are in foreclosure these days? And I know the foreclosure defense has maybe slowed down a little bit, but are you getting still clients that are using bankruptcy to stop their foreclosures?
Oh, yes, and Chapter 13 is designed just to do that, among other things. But once you file that Chapter 13, the state court action is stayed, or there's an injunction put into place by the federal courts to prevent the foreclosure of the home, and you're given an opportunity to catch up your mortgage or to ask the mortgage company for a modification.
So if somebody was, let's say they're behind $50,000 in payments in attorney's fees and late charges and everything else in a foreclosure, they don't have 50,000 bucks in their pocket, but if they file a bankruptcy, which would be a Chapter 13, the court would allow them a period of time in which to make up that $50,000.
Up to 5 years, or these days you could ask the court to order the mortgage company into a mediation and attempt a modification of the mortgage.
And what kind of leverage, when you file this bankruptcy, what might cause that a lender to want to do a mediation, to want to do a mortgage modification?
Well, first of all, they're ordered to do it by a federal judge. But number two, unfortunately, it is sort of voluntary. They have to take a look at the circumstances, and they will come back with an offer. Sometimes we reject the offer, and we just go with the straight paying them back over the 5-year period.
And when you're doing that mortgage modification, are you the bankruptcy attorney? Are you the one who are literally meeting with the lender and trying to hammer out a deal?
Yes, that's correct.
Does that takes place in a room, and the lender has to send a representative who is authorized to sign off on a deal at that moment in time?
Often these days it takes place over the telephone, but the lender is ordered by the court to send somebody with settlement authority to the mediation conference.
So when you have a mortgage, you've got a mortgage balance. How much do you owe the lender? You've got an interest rate. You've got the number of years that the loan is amortized over. If you're trying to modify this mortgage for a homeowner because they're in Chapter 13 bankruptcy with you, are all of those things available for modification? I mean, can you reduce the principal balance? Can you reduce the interest rate? Can you increase the number of years that the loan is amortized over?
It is, like I said, voluntary on the behalf of the mortgage company. But yes, sometimes we get principal reduction, and we get better terms as far as interest.